morning, everyone. Well, welcome to our final day of CPR 2023. I'm going to invite you all to take a deep breath and let it out. On the screen, you will see day 30. Whatever you want is there for the taking. Whatever you want for your life is there for you to realize. I invite you to close your eyes for a moment. Just let yourself think over these past 29 days going into our last day. All the many shares that have been collected, all of the knowing and wisdom that has unfolded here between all of us. Knowing that this day is a celebration of good work done, doing the work and living the results. So I just invite you to take a deep breath and allow yourself to just share in your own success here this morning. Then just open your eyes. Let's get started. Okay, so day 30. That's just amazing to me. Day 30. So let's get started with how I want to end this as I began it by saying thank you to you. Thank you for bringing your consciousness to this program. Thank you for sharing all of your intimate thoughts and all of your challenges and all of your ahas as you moved through this journey. As it says right there, gratitude is a prosperity magnet. And when we learn to live our lives from that gratitude, and then start noticing it everywhere, noticing all the gratitude there is in the world, all the love that's pouring towards us, and all the love that we pour out of ourselves into the world. I say thank you, the universe says thank you, and everything around you says thank you. All you got to do is pay attention. So CPR, 30 days of sustained conscious living. You have spent 30 days focused in one way or another, focused on your consciously understanding who you are, a better understanding of who you are. And if you look at the bottom there, it's a sustainability comes from spiritual practice. I consider CPR, Core Prosperity Relief, a spiritual practice. To start every day filling my mind with gratitude, and to start every day by thanking at least 3 people, 3 things about my life. And then before I go to bed, 3 things that unexpectedly brought me to a place of having gratitude in my heart for whatever that was. So you should have 90 and 90. Well, right now you should have 90 things that you're grateful for in the morning, and then 87 and 3 more tonight, 90. So that's what your 30 days has been about. So thank you to all of you as well who has blogged during these past 30 days. And if you didn't blog, thank you for the energy you brought forth of doing and living the program. But thank you. Thank you for taking the time, and thank you for taking this journey with all of us. And thank you for all the work you put into it. So my question to you as we get started here today is, how is your life different? How's your life different as we started 2023 with this program? How's it different? Could it be that nothing is different? And in fact, nothing has really changed other than my perspective? Maybe really the only thing that's changed is the way you understand your world. And more importantly, the way you understand yourself, the way you know yourself, who you know yourself to be at this point in your life, after these 30 days of sustained consciousness. There's this great quote by John O'Donohue, who wrote the amazing book Anamkara. He says, "You may wish to change your life. You may be in therapy or religion, but your new vision remains merely talk until it enters the practice of your day." The practice of your day. All this work you did, it's merely words and conversations and blogs, But when you actually decide to live everything you have come to terms with here, that's the practice of your day. And he said, it is more difficult to spend a day well than to write a book. Having written a couple of books, it's pretty difficult. But spending a day well, while he says it's more difficult, I'm going to say you are poised to live your life outside the box and out into this universal field of pure infinite potentiality. Everything's possible for you now. You just have to be willing to spend your day practicing who you are and what you know. So these last few weeks have been an exercise in conscious living, being wide awake and consciously noticing, and I always spell notice, Knowtice, but noticing what's going on in your world, really noticing who you are, who you show up as, or as we were talking about yesterday, the roles you play, noticing them and then Xing them out when you need to. So my question is, are you mentally where you were 29 days ago? Have you come to the understanding that you are not the roles you play? You are not the challenges you have. Remember when I asked you the question, if you have challenges, does that mean you're challenged? No, it means that there are things for you to look at, to notice, kenotis, K-N-O-W, right? So on the past CPR, someone wrote this. Something happened along the CPR path, and I decided to let go of the rope and fling myself over the side of the cliff. As I flung myself off of the cliff and am free falling, I realize that there are no firefighters down below ready to catch me. No plan B. Have I lost my mind or just my place in mediocrity? I don't know why that brings tears to my eyes, but it does. You have not lost your mind. In fact, you have found your mind. And you have, I love this picture of this boy, this man diving into that ocean of pure love. That's how I see it, right? No, you have not lost your mind, but maybe, just maybe, you have lost your place in mediocrity. Are you ready? Are you ready to lose your place in mediocrity? And are you available, as I talked about yesterday? Are you available for your good? Are you on avail? Well, you are on avail at all times. The universe has you on avail for your good. All it's asking is that you have the capacity and the willingness and the forthright energy of your life to say, yes, I am my good. Today I notice. That's a game changer, folks. Something I asked you to write, put it out on your wall, on your mirror in the morning. Today I notice. And I would like to say to you, every day going forward from here on out, you notice who you are. You notice how you are relating to everything in your world. You notice. No more mixed messages. That's a game changer. That was a big game changer for me when I understood it. That I can be telling myself one thing and at the other hand, telling myself something completely different. And what I get is a mixed bag. So clear out these mixed messages. If there are things that you're still hearing yourself say or still experiencing in your life, just be clear. Be absolutely clear who you are, where you are, what you are, and why you are. All of that really sets the stage for you to be able to live your life of prosperity, success, joy, happiness, creativity, all of the above. Wigglers be damned. I know who I am is a game changer. Not letting yourself get distracted by all of the things that life can bring forward, even just your own mind that can distract you, all the fears, the uncertainties, the doubts, all of that. The wigglers be damned. Because you know what? At the end of the day, at the end of these 30 days, right now on day 30, I am knowing that you know who you are. You are something so special. You are something so unique. You are the individualization of the entire universe. And you get to live from that perspective. Louis L'Amour said this, there will come a time when you believe that everything is finished. That will be the beginning. So here we are on day 30. And we can say We just made it through 30 days of core prosperity relief. I am ready. Remember when I asked you a number of days ago, do you believe that when you get through these 30 days, you will never have another financial problem in your life? Well, guess what? All you have to do is know that. Really know who you are so clearly that a financial difficulty is just not in the cards for you. And if something shows up, you know exactly what to do with it in an instant because you know who you are. Today is day one. Remember I said that too? Instead of one day, day one. It's always day one. Deepak Chopra said this, every time you are tempted to react in the same old way, ask if you want to be a prisoner of the past or a pioneer of the future. Habits, the habits we have, the thinking that we consistently allow to be engaged in our mind. That's what he's talking about here, reacting the same old way. Well, you're not going to react the same old way because you're not the same old person. You are somebody that has literally spent the time to ask yourself, and I do mean literally, Eric, literally spent the time to ask yourself, who am I? And you came through with the correct answer. I am greatness on demand. I am the infinite. And what I say goes in my life. And so it's time for us to actually say what goes. We began this journey with Eric Butterworth. There is only one way by which you can achieve prosperity. It is to take charge of your mind. You have been doing that for the last 29 days. And today is no different. Day 30, it may be finished this morning, but this whole day is yours to take charge of your mind, to know the truth. It is time to stop living your life as a dress rehearsal. We've been in rehearsal. We've been in rehearsals this whole 30 days. And you know what? Rehearsals are over. It's time to get out there and show us what you got. It's time to go out there and do the performance. Rehearsals are done, folks. Now we get to just play. Do the play. Do the play that you choose to do. The one that you choose, you produce, you invest in, you direct, you write, and you star in. No freaking bit parts. No co-star. Just you and just you. How's that sound? Star billing, top billing. When this program first came to me, I realized that if you change your mind about money, money will change its mind about you, which means the energy you come at money with is how energy either shows up or is pushed away from your experience of it. And I don't just mean money. I mean success. I mean creativity, love, health, vibrancy, all of it. A relationship to money is only as strong as your relationship to yourself. And that's really what's been going on in CPR. You getting clear on your relationship to you. Who am I? I know who I am. Wigglers be damned. I know who I am. I know what I'm about. And I know what's mine to do. And I know what's mine to have, by the way. I know that it's all mine to have, all depending on what I am willing to take. So during these 29 days, we've learned that we have the authority to take back our minds. Remember that question? By whose authority do I have the right to have a perfect day? By whose authority do I have the right to be rich? By whose authority do I have the right to be successful? By whose authority do I have the right to be happy? My authority over my life, your authority over your life. Every single one of us have the authority to make the decisions and choose the life that supports us. And so it is time for us to order up. Remember that? It's time for us to order up. And I love this, whatever he is making there. It looks like some kind of, I don't know, it could be steak, it could be chocolate cake. I don't even know, but it clearly looks like someone knows what they're doing. It is time for you to order up because your mind knows what it's doing. Enough with the children's menu. It's time to live from the adult menu, to order what is yours to order. You have the authority. And by the way, you have the mental acumen and the mental coinage to pay for whatever it is you decide you are worthy of. And guess what? You're worthy of all of it. And it's time for us to announce our good, to announce who we are, and then live it. And once you announce it, let it make its entrance. Don't like hold it back and go, oh, I just don't know yet. There was a show I did once where I was the star of this show and came over from London. And I was standing in the wing. Oh no, and behind the set, the curtain had already gone up, so I couldn't go anywhere. And I had to remember the opening melody, the opening note that been given off stage. And I remember being back there thinking, I don't want to go out there. I'm not ready. I don't remember the note. I was nervous. It was opening night. I was in my hometown. It was that we had hit the Philadelphia spot, the Philadelphia part of the tour. And I was like, but what am I going to do? If I don't walk out and start singing, "Oh, to be a hired man," which was the name of um, the show wouldn't start. Life wouldn't start. I'd be just pausing and waiting and basically shutting it down. So that's for you to think about. Are you ready? Are you ready for your close up? Are you ready to make your appearance? I know you are because I've been with you for the last 30 days. I know you. I know what you have, and I know what you are ready to receive. So Oliver Wendell Holmes said this: a mind once stretched by a new idea never regains its original dimension. Your minds have been stretched. You've stretched them. I've stretched mine. You've stretched yours. Our minds have been stretched. We can no longer go back to thinking the way we used to think. We can no longer pretend we don't know. Once you know something, you know it. You can't pretend you don't know it. Even if you do pretend you don't know it, subconsciously, you know it. So it's really time to stretch that out and move and live and move forward from that perspective of knowing yourself so deeply, so concretely, that you couldn't possibly do anything but succeed. Once you understand what the wigglers are, they can no longer distract you. Nothing can distract you. When you're really clear, nothing distracts you. Or as Lady Gaga wrote, I was born this way. And that's the first lyric of the song. My mama told me when I was young, we are all born superstars. Not bit players, by the way, superstars. You all remember seeing Lady Gaga when she came on the scene, and you're like, who is this crazy woman? And then she took all of that off and sang on the Oscars one year, she sang the songs of Julie Andrews. And I was like, oh my God, she's amazing. She's not just, a joke. And then she was on the Tonight Show, and she had all of her glamour on, kind of like this. But she'd already done A Star Is Born. And I remember him asking her, so did you feel better when you could take all that off and just be yourself in the movie? And she went, this is myself. This is who I am. She so stands in who she is. That's where we all have landed. You get to stand in who you are, no matter what. And it doesn't matter what the world thinks. Wigglers be damned. I know who I am. And if I want to dress up like that, that's who I am. Audacious, free, spontaneous, living the life you want to live with prosperity, with money, with opulence. Enjoy this thing called life that you have every bit of authority to command for yourself. Love me some Lady Gaga. We get to announce every day, remember this? Best day ever. Here we are, day 30. Best day ever. Tomorrow will be the best day ever too, right? And if you have something else show up in your mind, exchange it. Make it one of your exes. And all of your exes don't have to live in Texas. They can live all over the map. Just get rid of them. X them out and move them along their way. Highest and furthest. Remember when I asked you, my beliefs support me in everything I do? And then I said, do they? Do they though? And then I came back the next day and said, yes, they do. Whether you tell them the good which or the bad which, it just follows through on your designation, whatever you decide. So are my beliefs supporting me in everything I do? Yes. Are my beliefs supporting me in everything I do for my highest good? That's up to you. And I know you are here today saying, yes, I am ready to jump out of this rehearsal stage and jump into a life of pure prosperity. Always remember, I am is a complete sentence. You don't have to apologize for anything. Unapologetic. I am unapologetic for everything in my life because I know it has brought me to this moment, making me the person I am right now. And right now, I have the possibility and the pure potentiality to create anything I want out of my life. After 30 days of knowing the truth, it is absolutely time to put an end to conditional thinking, conditional living, conditional anything. You are not your conditions. You are that which created those conditions. And before you get into a big tizzy over like, why would I do that? Who cares? It's time to just put it all aside. You are not your conditions. You're not the conditions of the world. You're not the conditions of the financial world. You're not even the conditions of your own financial world. You are bigger than anything that could show you anything that could show up as a condition. And it's time for you to really know that so deeply in the core of your being that the only thing this universe could ever be doing for you is saying yes to your greatest thoughts. So as we come to the end of this, I want you to know I wore my gold shirt today. This is like one of my favorite things. And I wore it today for this last day because I always feel so decadent when I'm wearing this. It just feels gold and rich and, and this slide matches me. But this slide is here for me to say to you, I'm going to get all emotional now. I know who you are. I've watched you. I've listened to you. I've heard you. And I see you, little avatar there. I see you. I see the truth of you. I see what it is you desire. And I see that whatever that is, it's yours to experience. In the final analysis, this whole program has brought us to this moment of love only. Forgive everything. Let go of it all. And remember who you are. Because if you love only and literally get rid of anything else other than love, forgiving it all, then you know who you are. And who you are is what you came here to find out. Yes, you came here for prosperity, but that's who you are. Yes, you may have come here for success, but that's who you are as well. So as I say goodbye, as I say, this is the end of this version, this round of CPR, I say thank you. Thank you for all you brought to me, and thank you for allowing me to lead this. And I know I will see all of you at some point again. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. So I invite you to take a deep breath, take all of this with you, and move into the most glorious, amazing life you have ever lived. And I have a little treat for you as we close this out. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Namaste.
It doesn't matter if you love him or capital H-I-M. Just put your paws up, 'cause you were born this way, baby.
I invite you to just dance it out, everybody.
My mama told me when I was young, we're all born superstars. She rolled my hair, put my lipstick on, in a glass of her boudoir. There's nothing wrong with loving who you are, she said, 'cause he made you perfect, babe. So hold your head up, girl, and you'll go far. Listen to me when I say I'm beautiful in my way, 'cause I make no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. Don't hurt yourself and regret, just love yourself instead. I'm on the right track, baby, I was born this way. Oh, there ain't no other way, baby, I was born this way. Baby, I was born this way. Just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Give yourself prudence and love your friends. Subway kid, rejoice your truth. In the religion of the insecure, I must be myself, respect my youth. A different law is not a sin. Believe capital H I am. Hey, hey. Along the line of this record and me, I'm on it, rolling by eyes. I'm beautiful in my way, 'cause God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. Don't hurt yourself and regret. Just love yourself and yourself. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. Oh, there ain't no other way, baby. I was born this way, baby. I was born this way, born this way. There ain't no other way, baby. I was born. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way.
Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Whether you're broke or evergreen, you're black, white, beige, chola descent, you're Lebanese, you're Orient. Whether life's disabilities left you outcast but leader teased, rejoice and love yourself today, 'cause baby, you were born this
No
way.
matter gay, straight or bi, lesbian, transgender life, I'm on the right track.